guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is MK. I make videos about morning living, vlogging, living in the city. Today, we're gonna talk about my all-time favorite topic, and that's becoming a morning person. My sisters and I were always up super early, sitting on the couch watching TV before school. There's actually this one story where my sister promised us that her girlfriend would make us pancakes. We actually made my sister wake up her girlfriend to make us pancakes because we had already been up for 2 hours and we wanted pancakes. I was the person that was scheduling 8 a.m. classes in college. I know it sounds crazy. It meant that I had more time to do other things, a job on campus, I could hang out with friends, I was playing ultimate frisbee. It just meant that I had more time in the day. I was also 100% sleep deprived because I was still not going to bed until 2 a.m. But it's fine, I live to tell the tale. Some misconceptions that come with becoming a morning person or being a morning person. By no means does being a morning person mean that you are more productive, more mindful, you journal, you eat better. Good morning, this is real life morning MK's face. No makeup, let's chat. I also think there's this unrealistic expectation that morning people generally look like wonderful and beautiful and amazing every time they're up in the morning. That's not true. Morning routines don't have to be for viewership. When you become a morning person, you are giving yourself an opportunity to have that space for yourself before the day gets away from you. And I'm sure so many of you all are kind of in this weird in-between space where you want to wake up earlier or you want to make it easier to wake up earlier. These are 5 ways to help you become a morning person this year. Number 1, have an established morning routine. Before you try waking up at 6 a.m., 5 a.m., 4:30, whatever you're trying to do, have a routine you know you're going to do automatically, even when you're half awake. When you're groggy and you're tired, the last thing you're gonna wanna do is try to figure out what it is that you're going to be doing next. Start that at 8 a.m. first. Make sure that you have that down pat so that you're doing that automatically the moment you wake up, and then you can start incrementally making it so that you are doing that morning routine the earlier you get. For me, every single morning I wake up, I check my phone, I look at my TikTok stats. I literally have a note in my phone where I track how many TikTok followers I have. I either lay here and I sleep or I scroll the internet, but I have one rule, and that I'm not allowed to check this one person's Instagram story until I make the coffee and I go to the bathroom. So eventually I'll get up off this couch, grind coffee beans, fill coffee water, dump coffee water, fill my own water, and then this is where I'm highly specific. I am not allowed to look at that Instagram story that I mentioned until I am sitting on the toilet going to the bathroom for the first time that morning. I recently read the book Atomic Habits. Controversial opinion here, I don't think that it needs to be a book. I think that it would be perfect as a pamphlet. What we learn in that book is that every habit is cued by another habit. It's triggered by another habit. So for me, once I get that coffee grinder going, then every other habit follows. The second way to becoming a morning person this year is having a consistent sleep schedule. This doesn't just mean when you go to sleep, it means when you wake up. So often we're talking about the weekend being that time that we can catch up on sleep. Actually, you should be taking that time to be establishing a better sleep routine by waking up at the exact same time every single morning. We don't all want to be waking up at 6 in the morning on Saturday and Sunday, especially after a night out. But if you make it so that you're waking up at 7 in the morning or 8 in the morning instead of 10 or 11, well, you're training your body to get used to when you're supposed to be waking up every single morning for when you want to be waking up every single morning. Also, going to bed on time. Going to bed at 10 o'clock every night or 11 o'clock every night, your body will start getting into a rhythm, and maybe you'll start waking up right when your alarm clock goes off. For me, this looks something like 11 to 6, and then on the weekends, it's like 12 to 8 or 12 to 7, but it's never anything completely drastic. And we're going to bed at 2, but even then my body is already so used to waking up early that I probably won't be sleeping in past 8. The third way to becoming a morning person this year is by having an accountability activity. This doesn't mean an accountability buddy. This doesn't mean that you have to sign up for a workout class, but what is something that you know that you are going to consistently show up for every single morning? I go on coffee walks every single morning. I answer questions on my Instagram for my business Instagram account. People are always expecting me by at least 7 o'clock in the morning to be out walking and talking to the camera, to my phone, and just giving stupid advice. On the days that I decide I'm not going to be doing my coffee walks, I'm usually hitting snooze because I know I have more time in the morning to be doing all those things that I want to be doing. In your instance, this could be having a workout class that you're going to, or maybe you just schedule every single one of your calls at 8 a.m. in the morning so that you know that that's the first thing that you're going to do, and that gets you out of bed. Also, making that accountability activity something that you're genuinely excited for, because if you're genuinely excited to wake up in the morning, to have this routine, to have this activity you're going to, it's going to be a lot easier to be waking up. Fourth way to becoming a morning person is by putting your phone outside of your bedroom. Here's the thing, I 100% used to sleep with my phone as my alarm clock. I would definitely just reach over, turn it off. So the best thing you can do is get an alarm clock that you have to turn off, put it on the floor or put it somewhere across the room so you have to get up and actually legitimately turn it off. Then use your phone as a backup alarm in your living room and then live in an apartment and be worried that you're going to wake up your neighbors. We got this credenza thing from Wayfair. It has USB ports in it, and so we decided that once we bought it, that is where we would charge our phones every evening. By not bringing your phone into your room, you're also establishing healthy boundaries for yourself by showing that your bedroom is for sleeping. It's not for scrolling. There are studies that show that if you don't put your phone in your room, you're actually more likely to fall asleep faster. You're going to get better sleep. This also creates a space for you to be doing other activities that will help you fall asleep, like reading a book or journaling. Not putting your phone in your room, you're giving yourself a higher probability to having a restful sleep, which also makes waking up in the morning so much better. The fifth way, and the most important way to make sure that you become a morning person, is to have a reason why. If you just want to wake up in the morning because you think it makes you more productive and you think that it makes you a more mindful and peaceful person, that's not going to do the trick. For me, the reason why I wake up in the morning is because during this blah time, I'm always in my apartment with my partner. I'm always spending time with my partner. I never had a moment alone. And even though I'm an extrovert, I needed some moments for myself to just like sit and get ready before the day starts. I'm not journaling, I'm not meditating, but it's so nice to just have some time, peace and quiet by myself where I can just scroll on Instagram and no one's bothering me or no one's asking me any questions. The morning is the number one time when you know that you're going to have that time to yourself. It definitely feels like you're living a whole other day before most people even wake up. Make sure that you have a reason why, and maybe it's because you want to work out in the morning, and maybe it's because you want to get better at XYZ thing, or maybe it is because you want to meditate. I think that you get the best seats at the brunch places in the morning if you go at 8 in the morning and not 11 o'clock. I like feeling like I've gotten ahead before other people, so for me it was really important that I'm waking up early every morning. Early doesn't have to mean 5 in the morning. Like, it can just mean earlier than most, or earlier than your partner, or before you have to go to work. Basically, mornings are the only guaranteed time that we have in the day that's just ours. If you like this video, let me know if you want to see something similar to it in the comments below, or if you want to see a more detailed version of my morning routine. Cheers to you, and see you in the morning.